evening, I am Fat Sise. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Active TV. On today's headline, government secures release of 12 Gambians jailed in Libya. Police traffic chief King Koli apologizes. Government refuses $12 price by bakers, accuses bakers of unilaterally increasing price of loaf of bread in negotiation. In international news, with formula in short supply, mothers are pumping breast milk to help others. In sports, Omar Dabo takes home bronze in Kenya Zone 2 swimming and open water championships in Dakar. These are our headlines. When we return the news in details. Welcome back, and now the news in details. Government secures release of 12 Gambians jailed in Libya. Sirabah reports.
In April 2022, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation and Gambians Abroad engaged the Libyan authorities to release and hand over 12 Gambian nationals who had already served 1 year jail term to the Gambian Association in Libya for repatriation to join their families. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in collaboration with the association, wishes to inform the general public that the 12 Gambian nationals have finally been released on 28 May 2022 without charge or condition. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs wishes to further assure the families that, with the support of the IOM, the 12 migrants will be repatriated on the next available chartered flight through IOM's Assisted Voluntary Return and Reintegration Program, which also provide them with the medical and physiological support. Similarly, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation and Gambians Abroad avails itself of this opportunity to renew to the Libyan embassy in Banjul the assurance of its highest consideration and esteem. Reporting for Active TV News, I am Siraba.
Police traffic chief King Koli apologizes. Loli Sow reports.
Police traffic boss Lamin King Koli has apologized for comments that has now angered some citizens. A short video of Commissioner Koli went viral on Sunday where he is seen saying people are buying cars and giving it to foreigners from Guinea or Guinea-Bissau to drive. He used fuller names while making the comments. He has since come under fire for tribalist comments from Gambians, including GDC leader Mama Kande, who asked him to apologize. King Koli said in an audio message Monday evening, "First, I want to apologize to all Gambians, particularly the fullers whom I mentioned. The way things turn out are not how I intended them to be. The tribe Jola can be mentioned and make jokes about is fuller and vice versa. There are so many tribes in the Gambia. I will never advocate conflict. The fullers respect and appreciate me, so I beg you, no one is perfect. Sometimes he will say things and think they are okay when they are not. So I withdraw my statement and apologize, and I beg for forgiveness. No one asked me or instructed me to make this comment." For Active TV News, I am Loli Sow.
Government refuses $12 price by bakers, accuses the bakers of unilaterally increasing the price of loaf of bread in negotiation. Loli Sow reports.
The Ministry of Trade on Tuesday issued a statement condemning the increase in the loaf of bread to $12. This statement reads, "The public is hereby informed that the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Regional Integration and Employment has learned with the grave concern that Sinful Bakers Association has increased the price of loaf of bread from $10 to $12 effective on 30th of May 2022. It is also important to note that during the last few weeks, the ministry has multiple engagements with the association to establish average cost structure of baking a loaf, which should determine and influence any price increment. From such engagement with the association, the Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Gambia Competition Consumer Protection Commission, it was adequately revealed that the unit cost of loaf of bread is between $6 to $7, therefore selling it $10 should yield reasonable price profit to any bakery. We are surprised that before the conclusions of these negotiations, the Baker Association unilaterally increased the price from $10 to $12. The ministry maintains that given the current prevailing conditions, the increment is not justifiable as much as we encourage free market and competition. The ministry will not endorse unprivileged abuse the consumers and therefore does not endorse the increment. We therefore call the association to restore price back to $10. To this effect, the ministry is strictly warning all businesses indulging in trade practices that brings about manipulation of prices or conditions delivery or affect the flow of supplies in the market relating to goods or services in such a manner as impose on consumers unjustified costs or restrictions. This is in violation of the Chamber Protection Act 2014 and businesses found wanting shall be dealt with accordingly. It is equally important to note that businesses and associations coming together to fix a price is anti-competitive. Any business found doing this practice will be faced to force the law. The ministry also learned that some community bakeries are still selling bread at $10. However, they are facing challenges with some local shops as they are not accepting their bread. This suggests some form of refusal to deal in the industry, which is equally anti-crime competitive. We call on those shops included in such practices to desist with the immediate effect to avoid any punitive consequences. In the light with the above, the ministry would like to continue the support it provides the community bakeries and therefore calls on those community bakeries to send their proposals to the ministry for consideration and positive support. In the medium to long term, the ministry is with strong conviction that our flour value chain, including the needs to be regulated, including the prices of bread. Consequently, the ministry is currently reviewing the Essential Commodity Act and the bread regulations to address issues of the concerned bread value chain, including production, distribution, quality, weights, and prices. The ministry would like to ensure the public that it will continue to do everything legally possible to ensure the essential food commodities are available, accessible at reasonable prices. For Active TV News, I am Loli Sow.
Welcome back in international news. With formula in short supply, mothers are pumping breast milk to help others. Suraba reports.
Every day, Helali Dimon has been reading the news about the nationwide formula shortage. It's just a nightmare scenario to think about, said Dimon, who has a 1-year-old baby and works at the University of Pittsburgh. For the week ending May 2022, almost 3/4 of the formula products nationwide were out of stock at some point, up from 45% the week before and about 5% at this point last year, according to the numbers that Das Assemble shared with CNN. Sympathetic to moms who must now go from store to store in search of food for their hungry babies, Dimon decided she could just not read about it. She could do something about it. I realized I have a deep freeze full of milk and I am still pumping, Dimon said. She decided to start pumping exclusively so she could donate to a local milk bank. Milan said she is fortunate to produce a lot of milk in addition to breastfeeding her daughter. She pumps at work 2 twice a day and gets 2 twice as much as her baby needs. My freezer is just full of breast milk, Milan said. Reporting for Active TV News, I am Siraba.
Welcome now in sports. Omar Dabo takes home bronze in Kenya Zone 2 swimming and open water competitions in Dakar. Fatu Sisa reports. Omar Dabo, one of Gambia's best swimming sprinters, won his first bronze medal for his country at the 18th edition of the Kenya Zone Swimming and Open Water Championship, held in Dakar from 27 to 29 May 2020. This year's zonal competition featured 18 countries from Kenya Zone 2, including the Central African Republic. The Gambia's first appearance in the zonal event was in 2012, sending only one male competitor. Omar competed in the 200-meter men breaststroke, finishing third after missing the 50-meter men breaststroke when he won his heats but was unable to progress owing to his time. As a result, he finished fourth and missed out on a medal in the 50-men breaststroke, which Senegal won. Omar has been the Gambia's top open water swimmer for a long time until he began to lose his monopoly to Ibrahima Sori, an Olympian who competed in the most recent Tokyo 2022 Olympic Games. Omar is listed as part of Gambian swimming team for his year's Commonwealth Games in UK. Reporting for Active TV News, I am Fatsise. This is all we have for you on Newspaper Review tonight. Thank you for watching.